What is going on, YouTube? I am Prepper Princess, the author of Living on Almost Nothing. If you are interested in purchasing my book, I will leave a link down in the description box below. As of today, the average home price is $410,700. That includes a 3-bed, 2-bath plus a garage and approximately 1,800 square feet. Now, you may be thinking that $410,700 is a great price tag, but you are paying more close to $1 million than you are than that actual price tag. So let's go ahead and take a look. Before we do that, I do want to say that there are a lot of people that are looking for starter homes. And starter homes these days are really hard to find. These starter homes are typically a 2-bed, 1-bath with a large backyard, which is exactly what I have, but they're becoming more and more hard to obtain because they get swooped up and off of the market so fast. Now you can have a below average priced house and you can still live in a beautiful neighborhood with blue collared workers such as myself. You know, it's not going to be the Ritz, it's not going to be in a gated community, but I really think that people should start looking at and these are considered less desirable homes and things like that. But there's also I've made a whole video on how to reduce the cost of home ownership, how to get a really cheap house. The biggest things are simply look for houses that are 2-bed, 1-bath instead of 3-bed, 2-bath. Houses that do not have a garage is going to save you a ton of money, and houses that do not have a driveway is going to save you a ton of money. And the fixer-uppers, of course. Mine came with all of that. And it's not something that everybody is prepared for. But the great thing about this is that you can possibly pay for your house in cash, which is great, for maybe double the price of what it would be for a down payment. So you're looking for a 50% off sale, 50% price of the average home price. And with that, then once it's paid off, then over time, you could make the updates, upgrades, and repairs to your house. Now, keep in mind, I've been in my house for a few years now, and I have slowly made improvements to the house, and it's finally complete on the inside, and I absolutely love it. We're talking new electrical, new plumbing, remodeled bathroom, remodeled kitchen, floor refinishing, painting, you name it, all of it. And I did as much of it I could as myself, myself. Anything that required really higher expertise than I had, or anything that required a permit, that was hired out. But anyway, that has nothing to do with the true cost of home ownership. Because at this point, you have to be a millionaire in order to own a home, because that $410,000 price tag is more close to $1 million. Now let's really get to it. Okay, before we get started, I went ahead and Googled this ahead of time for you. What is the average down payment on a house? It is 14.4% at the time that I'm making this video. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to write that down real quick. 14.4%. Okay, these are all just averages. So what I did is I went ahead and typed in mortgage calculator. Okay, calculate your mortgage. So we're gonna go in here, and what are these? Why credit score? Okay, so you have to have a really good credit score. Oh, okay, that's a much better one. Mortgagecalculator.net. Okay, takes a few minutes to find, and there's got to be a better way for me to do this than just turning around the camera. Anyway, I hope that you all can see this. So the average home price is $410,700. The down payment is 14.4%, not 214, 14.4%. I did look it up, and the average mortgage is 30 years. So we're going to calculate this. So you calculate it, and here's your monthly payment of $2285.82. Sounds totally reasonable for the average home price, right? Well, if you look at your total, it is $822,894.35. That sounds awfully like double the price of the $410,000. 410, 822. 410, 820 plus 2, 410, 822. So anything that you're looking at when you're looking into buying a house, the real true cost is double unless you're paying for your house in cash like I did. Let me take this just for fun. I paid $198,000 for my house. Let's pretend everything else is average here, and I'm going to calculate it. So I would have paid $396. That also sounds pretty much exactly like double the price. So this is a $396,000 house. It's not worth it, not in my opinion. So anytime you do that, now let's go ahead and do the same thing with a car since we're still here. All right, so as of the time I'm making this video, the average car price is $48,401. The average down payment is typically runs between 10 and 20%, so let's say 15%. So let's go ahead and do let's do a mortgage calculator because I can use the same calculator, which is a really good one, in order to do this. Oh, here we go. One other thing. What is the average interest rate for a car? 6.84%. Okay. So let's go and take that over to the mortgage calculator. 6.84. What's the average car loan? What, like, it's now 6 years. It is 6 years. That's crazy. 15% down payment. Loan amount, $48,401. Yeah, we don't need this. Well, that's just for the payment, but we don't need it. Don't need it. Monthly payment, $698. Yeah, that sounds about right. So your $48,000 car comes out to $50,274.29. This is the reason that all of us people out here talk about being debt-free and paying for everything in cash, because when you pay for cash, you save money. 48 to 50, that's 2,000, that's 5%. That's crazy. So if somebody has a monthly payment of, what was it, $2,800 for the average house, let's say $2,500 for the average house, and then $700 for a car, that's $3,200. I can see why people complain about being broke. And then you've got your student loans on top of that, plus insurance. You're looking at $4,000 easy. $4,000 a month easy for debt. It's for debt. All right, folks. So what are we getting out of this video? For me, what I get out of this video is to do what you can to purchase a house that is below average. And, you know, like I said, this is average. So someone in Mississippi I've actually seen literal mansions in Mississippi for $50,000, literally mansions. You can get a mansion in Mississippi, Maine, Kentucky, Indiana for $50,000 to $80,000. I'm serious, $50,000 to $80,000. That same mansion that is $50,000 in Mississippi is probably $20 million in Los Angeles or New York. So location matters, but location also affects income. All right, folks, stay out of debt. Pay off your house as fast as humanly possible. Buy a starter house and make it your real house. Do what you can with what you've got. Prepper Princess out.
Well, we believe it, and we all say amen and amen. Well, thank you for joining.
Get him, Nala. Get him. Get her, Rocky. Get her, Rocky. Rawr. Get her, Rocky. Get her, Rocky. Get him, Nala. Get him. Oh. Oh. Oh, you almost had her. You almost had her. Oh, you almost had her, Rocky. Good boy. Get her, Rocky. Get her. Oh. Oh. No. Yep, he always goes for the back leg. He does that to me, too. Goes for my ankles. You're a little ankle biter. You're an ankle biter.